Ariel, what a surprise. Are you meeting with Edward tonight? Night meetings?
Yes, ma. Is he home?
No, he's out with friends, or probably working out late in the office.
Okay, I'll wait for him if that's not an issue.
What do I ask the maid to bring for you?
That won't be necessary, ma, but I came here to see you, ma, and not Edward, as I knew he won't be home, and I guess Diane isn't home as well.
Oh, Diane is upstairs in her room, resting.
I can bet you that she's not there, but whatever. I didn't come to talk about Diane, but I came to talk to you.
Is everything okay with you and Edward? Is this concerning the company?
A few months ago, you found out that your son was running away with a lady called Ariel, and you had something to do with the ship they both wanted to live in.
What? No. Rita, I don't know what you are talking about.
You had one of your boys on the ship, and you told him to plant a bomb on the ship, which almost cost you the life of your son and Ariel, or should I say it cost Ariel her life.
Rita, I think on second thoughts, you should go home.
You had your way again, and this time around, you lied to your son that she was dead. Meanwhile, you had her shipped out of the country with a new deal.
How? How?
Hello, Mrs. Edward. I know all this because I am Ariel Smith, the daughter of the blacksmith, and also likely to be the new owner of the Edwards company.
My chest. My chest. No.
Morning and you're still sleeping.
You tried to take me and Edward away from each other. You caused the accident on the ship. I did the whole investigation and I knew you did it.
Help.
I can't help you, ma, Edward. You remember when I was in the hospital room and I could barely see cause of the whole burns on my body? It's a miracle I survived such burns. You didn't want to help me. You made a deal first before helping me. Do you remember this?
Help.
Now look at you on the floor, almost lifeless, because I can tell that you are in a shock and probably a heart attack and maybe a stroke. But I don't want you to die yet, so don't worry. On my way out, I'll call the security man to help you. But I promise you one thing, that I will marry your son and I will have the Edwards company.
Mommy, what happened? Ariel!
I don't know. I called 911 already. She was like this when I came into the house.
Oh my god. Mommy, are you okay? Mommy, are you fine?
Please, get here right away. We have an emergency at the Edwards mansion. Yes.
Oh my god, Mom, look at her. She can't speak. She can't say a word.
Daya.
Please, ma, don't force yourself to speak. It will only worsen the health situation. Please try to be calm. The ambulance will be here soon.
What are you doing here by this time? And where is Edward? Where is the maids?
I have no idea where everyone is because I didn't see anyone at home when I got here.
Isabel, I know that you wouldn't like to hear this, but I want my son back.
Sophie, I know. Frank told me already, but did he tell you that I want to adopt him?
I can't let you adopt him, Isabel. He's my son. The only son I might probably have all of my life. He's all I've got.
Junior is already a part of my life, Sophie. I can't imagine my life without him. I can't. I just even went shopping with him this afternoon.
Sister, please. This isn't easy for me too, but I need Junior in my life.
Sophie, you can still have children. I'm sure of this.
I can't, Isabel. The doctor said it, and I still went to the hospital today with Frank to prove to him that I wasn't lying. I can't have kids. I don't even have eggs in my body.
Jeez, I can't believe this. No, Sophie, please, you can't do this to me. You can't take away my son, your son.
This is hard, I know, but you have to think about me, Isabel.
I'm thinking about you, but you can adopt other kids.
You can also adopt, Isabel. Adopt a son you will love really well. You them can even have kids. You can still have children. Mom had you.
I can't have kids. The doctor told me.
You can have kids, Isabel. I know this because you still have your womb intact. Your reproductive systems are still very functional.
They are not functioning well, Sophie. She's in a worse condition than me.
God. Oh my God. What do you people want me to do? What do you want me to do?
What about me? What do you want me to do, Sophie? What?
I just hope she gets fine. The doctors are spending too much time in there.
I know, but Rita, you can just go home already. You've been so kind to be there when this happened to her.
I'm staying here until Edward comes. He called me that he'll soon be here.
Do you and Edward have any other kind of relationship other than business? I'm just curious, seeing that you were in our house at such late hour.
Business is business, Diane, and business comes with so many things. Don't you agree?
Where is she and what happened? Where is my mom?
Mom is in the emergency ward. The doctors are with her and they are still in there.
I need to go and see her.
This is too much. What even really happened in there with you two?
What do you think happened, Diane? Can you tell me? And although it is not my business, where were you coming from at such hour of the night?
I wasn't able to see her. Is she fine? What even happened, Diane? What happened to my mom?
I don't know. I came downstairs and I saw her on the floor with Rita trying to help her from the floor.
You were in my house, right? What happened?
I came over to see you as I wanted to tell you about some new business ideas. When I got into the house, I saw your mom on the floor. As I was about to cry for help, I saw Diane and called for the ambulance.
Oh my god. I just hope she gets better. I can't imagine anything happening to my mom. She doesn't deserve any of this. She doesn't deserve to be in the hospital. She was fine this afternoon. We all saw her today moving around strong and healthy. And now this. No. I have to try to get some information from the doctors. I need to know what's happening inside the emergency ward.
Thank you, Rita.
You don't need to thank me, and you don't have to worry. I am not having an affair with your loving Edward. I know how much he loves you and adores you.
Why isn't she picking up her calls? Has she forgotten that we have a meeting tonight? Damn you, Diane. Pick up this call. Pick up. Let's see if he won't reply to my messages as well. Because she's meant to be here right now.
She's undergoing some checks, but from all indications, we'll see her soon.
I just hope she's alright. Why does he keep calling me?
Who's calling you by this time of the night?
It's my brother. I don't know what his issue is. We already spoke today.
It must be something important. Go and pick your call and talk to your brother.
You should do that. I just hope everything is alright with him at school. She's a strong woman. It's just surprising, And I'm glad that you were there. I'm glad you came this time you did.
I am also glad I came at such time, Edward.
So what's the business idea you wanted to share with me? The one that couldn't wait until the next morning?
I'm not sure we should be discussing business here, Edward. Your mom is in the hospital.
I know. It's just that I'm trying to distract myself from thinking about her.
And how's that going? Seeing that you're in the hospital, which means your brain cells will always remind you the main reason you're here, no matter how you try to pretend.
You look like an expert in all of this stuff.
I've visited the hospital a lot of times, and every time I step into the hospital, the main reason I'm there always pops in my head, no matter how I try to pretend.
I hate hospitals. The last time I came here, I lost someone really dear to me.
Let me guess, you're Ariel, your downtown lover.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose my mom. I can't lose all those I love here.
Are you out of your mind, Elijah, calling me over and over?
I'm sorry, baby. It's just that I'm missing you and you are meant to be here. Look at the time.
I can't make it tonight, I'm sorry, but there's an emergency.
What emergency could that be?
I am in the hospital. Mrs. Edward is in a critical condition here and everyone is here.
Oh, she's sick. Well, I hope she doesn't make it out of her ill health.
Oh, shut up. I hope she does, because I know Edward will be really devastated about this.
Is Edward there with you? I thought he was working late tonight.
He's here, and guess who's also here with him, Elijah?
Madam Rita. Oh my god. Is she there with you guys?
Yes, she is. Her and Edward are together right now and they are talking.
You can leave there and come and meet me. I'm sure that they won't even notice that you are gone. So what do you say?
I can't leave, Elijah. I have to stay here. See, I have to go back to them. They are walking towards me. I'll call you and let you know how it all goes.
Mom, I told you not to come over here, didn't I?
I wouldn't have come if it wasn't necessary. Sophie, you shouldn't even be here. You should be at home at my place.
Mommy, I'm fine. I'm okay here, Mom. You don't have to worry about me.
Sophie, I don't want you to be mad at me for doing this, but someone is here to see you.
Mom, no!
You have to see him and let him explain himself. If you heard what he has done.
Mom, I don't want to see Williams.
Can you trust me on this? Just this once. Trust me on this, Sophia, please.
I really don't want to see him, Mom. See, I don't even care about what he has to say. But since you are insisting, fine.
Williams, you can come inside. The door is open.
Hello, Sophie. I know that I'm the last person you want to see right now.
What do you want with me, Williams? Haven't you done enough harm to me already?
I know you think that I poisoned your food, but I didn't. I was only admitted in the hospital that same day. I have pictures and videos of myself in the hospital.
Williams, I don't care. See, I'm done with all of this nonsense.
I am not here to try to lie to you or convince you. I just want you to know that I was also affected by the food because I ate it in the kitchen before bringing yours. Or you even think that I will want to kill you?
Exactly the same question I keep asking myself.
I know that we have our differences, Sophie, but I would never want to harm you in any way. I love you so much, even to raise my hand on you or want anything bad to happen to you.
Thank you, Williams, for coming. I have a long day ahead of me, so it would be so nice of you if you can just leave now.
I love you, Sophie.
Mommy, I've heard enough of his words. Can you live with him already?
Williams, I think we should leave already. Thank you, Sophie.
I can't believe this is happening to my mom.
She's suffering from shock and she also has a stroke, Edward.
Please don't tell me that this is how she will be, unable to talk or move around.
We have to monitor her and watch everything going on with her for now.
Is she going to be alright, doctor? Will my mom be fine?
Yes, she will be fine with proper care and monitoring. I'm sure she will come back to her normal state, but for now, we have to keep everything stressful away from her.
Of course, doctor. This is just so heartbreaking. My mom was fine earlier on.
Can you remember what happened to her or what she saw last?
The lady who saw her last said she was on the floor when she came into the house.
Well, she will be fine with proper monitoring and care. I'm sure she will be fine. I'll leave you too, but please don't say anything to her that will stress her out.
Mom, I'm sorry this is happening to you. I'm really sorry. But please, you have to be strong and come out of this much stronger.
Ed, son.
I can hear you, Mom. I'm here with you, Mom. I am not leaving your side. I promise you. You don't deserve this, and I don't want you to be this way, Mom.
Why will Williams come here? How could he even have the guts to come over here, telling me some kind of bull story and expecting me that I would believe him? I know that he poisoned me. He poisoned the food he gave me. I'm very sure of what I'm saying. Why would Mom even think of bringing him here? What is this smell I'm perceiving? It's like something is burning in here. What is burning? What is smelling in here? My eye! My eye!
Sophie, it's Mom. Open the door. Darling, open the door. I know you're angry with me for bringing Williams, but I'm sorry. Open the door, baby. Sophie, is everything alright in there? Sophie, I'm perceiving smoke. Sophie, open this door. Sophie.
How are you coping with the whole issue? Most especially now that Sophie is around.
Austin, it's been really devastating, believe me. I don't even know what to do right now. Do you know that she wants to take Junior from me?
What? Why would she want to do that? Didn't she give you Junior?
She gave him to us to take care of, but she didn't sign any legal documents stating that she has given us as our adopted son. Now that I have thought about it, I wish we had done this earlier.
Legal, through the court, right?
Yes, Austin, and the most annoying part is the way Frank is acting towards all of this. It's like he doesn't really care if she takes Junior.
Isn't he meant to stand by you and help convince Sophie on this?
He said that she's his son, Junior is for her. She's his real mother, not me.
You have taken care of him all this while, Isabel. You're also his mother, more than her.
I wish this was true, Austin. See, I'm going to live with Junior. I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but if this continues, I'll be forced to run away.
Running away doesn't solve any of this problem, Isabel.
I know, but I can't let anyone take Junior from me. Never, Austin. No.
If you run away, Isabel, you will make the police always look for you. You will always be a fugitive, hiding and running away all the days of her life. Is that what you want?
What am I going to do then, Austin? Williams came over to see Sophie and he didn't make any success in convincing her.
Why would he even think of coming back here after what he did?
I paid him to come back. I thought he might be able to talk to her to go away with him.
Sophie won't do that, Isabel. If you don't want Sophie around, there are other ways we can go about this.
What other ways are you thinking of, Austin? Help me out, please. I'll pay you a large sum of money, I promise you. Just help me out.
What do you want to happen to Sophie?
I don't want her to ever take Junior from me. I want her out of the picture.
Why couldn't you wait until morning, Elijah?
I was missing you. Tell me you don't miss me as well.
I miss you too, and I wish I wouldn't even be here right now. But Edward has got some things to sort out in the office.
This night? Are you sure he's not meeting with Rita out there and you are here?
I didn't think of that, but that's true. But what can I do about this right now? I can't live here. I have to stay with Mrs. Edward.
You are still playing the role of the good wife, right? Aren't you tired already?
Mrs. Edward needs me now as much as Edward. I have to play my part.
Fine, but you have to also play my own part to me as well, darling.
I know. It's just really sad what happened to Mrs. Edward. I don't even know what to say about it. Seeing her on the bed, unable to move by herself or talk.
That doesn't sound so good, but she deserves it for all the bad stuff she's done.
She hasn't done anything bad to me except for supporting Edward to marry Rita. Can you imagine that she said something like that?
You mean she supports her son's relationship with Rita?
She does. And you know what? She said he could divorce me. Isn't that Mrs. Potter going into the hospital?
Yes, she's the one.
Who is on the stretcher? I hope Isabella is okay. Elijah, I have to go into the hospital now.
Okay, just keep me updated on everything that happens in the hospital.
Are you now a private investigator or what? I love you, babe. I'll see you later. Hello, Mrs. Potter. Is everything alright, ma?
Diane, how are you doing now? What are you doing here?
We brought in Mrs. Edward. She isn't feeling too well.
What? Oh my, how is she feeling now? I hope she's okay.
She's in a really bad state, ma. We only hope that she gets better. What about you, ma?
This isn't a good thing to hear. But what happened to her?
She's having a stroke and she's also in a shock right now. That's all I know.
Oh my god, a stroke. This isn't good, Diane. I wish I had the quickest recovery.
We all pray for that, ma. What about you, ma? Is everything okay with Isabel?
Yes, Isabel is fine. It's Sophia I brought to the hospital.
Sophie Potter is around. Is she okay?
She's not fine. She was choked out by smoke. No one even knows what happened, but her room was caught fire. I was lucky to be there to perceive the smoke.
Oh my god, how can her room be on fire? Is she fine? Is she okay?
Don't worry too much, darling. She will be okay. I made sure they broke the door down and got her out just in time. We are really lucky. I am lucky.
I am sorry to hear this, ma. Too much is happening in just one day. Mrs. Edward and Sophie Potter.
Show me Miss Edward's room. I should check on her while I'm here.
Is everything alright? Why do you look this way?
Was that you, Austin? Were you the one that tried to burn up Sophie's room?
What? No, I didn't do that. We're still here talking. How can I be able to do that?
I know. Then who could have done that? Who could have tried to have Sophie killed?
I have no idea, Isabel, unless this is Frank's doing.
That's true. He might have planned this. Does this mean he's working out something without letting me know about it?
That might be possible because I know he wouldn't want Junior out of his premises.
Well, Sophie is alive and fine. Mom just called me now that she's in the hospital. I wish she was left to burn in the room. Am I wrong to think like this, Austin?
You're not wrong to have these thoughts. I totally understand you, Isabel. With me, you don't need to always explain yourself.
Austin, I need Sophie out of the picture. As much as Frank is working out his own plans, I need to also work out my own in case he doesn't succeed.
Isabel, you don't have anything to worry on. I'll start working out something that will work out. Just relax. I got you covered.
If you do this, Austin, I'll be indebted to you, and I promise you that I'll give you $10 million if you can get Sophie out of the picture.
Consider it done, Isabel.
You need a lot of rest, Miss Sophie. All these accidents aren't good for your system. You know your body is recovering from the poison.
I know, Doc. Thank you very much.
I'll allow you to rest now. Just let me know if you feel any discomfort at all. You are really lucky your mom got into the room before the fire outbreak. Else,
I know. I'm lucky to have her in my life. Thank you, Dr. Matthew.
I'll check on you later.
I can't believe you came to see me with flowers, Frank. You should have come over with chocolates for me to eat too now.
I'll get you chocolates once you're discharged. What happened, Sophie?
I don't even know. But I remember Williams coming to my hotel room with Mom. He came to apologize and spill more lies.
He had the guts to come here even after everything he did to you.
I was equally very surprised to see him here, Frank. And in ways, I think he might have had something to do with the fire outbreak in my room. Because it was only my room that was on fire.
I know I was also thinking about this. I mean, this is the first time in about 20 years that there's a fire outbreak in this hotel.
Unless I'm totally unlucky with everything, who knows?
This has nothing to do with luck. I don't even like the idea of you staying in an hotel. You should be in your mom's place.
Not to worry, Frank. I'm going to be moving back to Mom's house. But I don't want to stay too long in the estate. I want to leave as soon as I get Junior.
We need to first focus on you getting better before we talk more on Junior.
What's there to still talk about? I made it clear that I want him with me.
Get well first.
Oh my god, dear friend, I am really sorry about this. I am sorry you are in this state. What are you trying to say? What is she trying to say, Diane?
I have no idea. I mean, we all have no idea. She has been trying to make sounds, but all we keep hearing is
who is that? Is that Edward?
Edward also came here to see her, and that was all she was doing before he left crying.
What did the doctor say about her condition? Did he say she will be fine?
Yes, he said she'll be fine, but she will have to stay in the hospital for monitoring.
I hope she gets better really soon. This is devastating. I'm sorry, dear friend.
We all hope she gets better.
What of Edward? I haven't seen around there. How is he dealing with it?
He's not fine. He has gone to bury himself in the office, and I think he'll be doing this for some time now that his mom is in this condition.
It must be really tough for him to deal with this. Poor boy.
I'm sorry, ma. I pray you do get better, but right now I also have to go and deal with some things of my own like Edward is doing.
Mom, you can't die now, please. I cannot bear the thoughts of losing you. I've lost so many people in my life that I love. I can't lose you now. Please, God, don't take my mom.
I knew it was you from the back. Hello, Edward. We meet again tonight.
Rita, what are you doing here? I thought you were headed home.
I couldn't get some sleep at home, so I came over here to have some drinks and think about life. The meaningless of life, or should I say the vanity of life.
Indeed, life loses its meaning a lot of times, just like my mom now.
How is she feeling now, and how did the whole stuff go?
She isn't fine, Ariel. She's suffering from a shock and also a stroke.
Oh my god, this is really bad. Now I see why you're here drinking out by yourself.
Everything is just somehow to me, Rita. My mom was fine this morning, and now this. Like, why is this so? Why is this happening now?
Life and its mysteries. Edward, I'm sorry about all of this, but you need to be strong.
How can I be strong with all of this, Rita? I'm not happy right now. All I feel now in my heart is just bitterness and sadness.
Baby, you don't need to be sad. Everything is going to be fine with your mom, I promise.
You remind me so much of Ariel. So much of Ariel.
You've had enough to drink, Edward. I think we should get you to a place to sleep tonight, so that by tomorrow morning you can go home.
I need to go back to the hospital.
You don't need to go to the hospital. Your mom has more than 3 maids in the hospital watching her. You need to try to relax. Why don't you come with me?
Let me guess. Frank came over here. I can tell from the flowers he brought.
Yes, he came. Mom must have called him because I didn't call him.
I was the one that called him and told him about the accident. How are you feeling, sis?
I'm okay, Isabel. I'm lucky to be alive. Mom, thank you for being there for me.
I am always there for the two of you. I just want you both to be happy.
I am happy, Mom, but I don't like what you did today. Isabel, do you know Mom brought Williams over to my hotel room? And I feel like he did this. He set up the fire.
You keep blaming him, but I went downstairs with him. I walked him out of the hotel.
Williams is a dangerous man, Mom. He tried to poison me, yet he had the effrontery to come here to see me and give me one stupid story.
It sounded convincing to me. That man will never hurt you, Sophie.
I have to agree with Mom. He won't hurt. Do know he's outside the hospital.
What? No, Mom. I'm very serious. I don't want Williams to be anywhere near me. I don't want him around my vicinity, Mom. I don't.
Fine, I will ask him to leave.
No, Mom. Call the police. Call them to come and arrest him. I'm sure they will get some answers from him concerning the poison and fire outbreak in the hotel.
What? Mom, don't call the police on him. Why would you do that?
A man tries to kill me twice, and you're asking me why I want to call the police?
I will ask him to leave the hospital.
You both can do whatever you like, but I promise that once I'm out of here, I'll report Williams to the police by myself if he's still in the estate.
You don't need to do that. This man is only here because he loves you.
Is this what love looks like to you, Isabel? I've been admitted in the hospital twice within a week, all because of the same man.
I don't think Williams has anything to do with the old fire stuff.
I think you all should just leave me alone. I want to be by myself.
I thought you were going to stay all night in the hospital.
I got tired of being there alone, and there was no sign of Edward anywhere, so I left.
That's a great decision. Now, where do I start from in showing you how much I miss you?
I just need a very nice massage and then some sleep.
I am at your service, my lady. Diane, don't you think now is the right time for us to make our move, to leave here, seeing how sick Mrs. Edward is?
Elijah, now isn't a good time. I keep telling you that we've not gotten what we want, the money.
You can file for a divorce now and still make some good money from it.
I can, but right now, Edward needs all the support he can get. I'm sure with his mom's health condition, he might fall into depression and he would need me.
He's got Ariel by his side. I'm sure he will do just fine.
Now isn't still a good time. Why don't we talk on something else?
Why do I have the feeling that it's like you don't want to divorce Edward? Because whenever I bring this up, you always have one excuse or the other to give. Is there something you are not telling me, Diane?
I don't know what you are talking about, Elijah, but believe me, now isn't a good time.
When will be a good time? Just when?
Rita, what am I doing here? Where am I?
You're in my house, Edward. Remember we had some drinks and then I brought you here.
Oh my. Oh, no, no. This was a mistake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Always so modest. What are you sorry about, Edward? The fact that we both had a good time together or what?
This wasn't supposed to happen. I had too much to drink last night and I didn't know what I was doing.
You knew what you were doing, Edward, cause you touched me like you knew me and loved me. For a long time I've not felt this way.
Rita, I'm sorry, but whatever happened between us was a mistake. I need to go back to the hospital and be with my mom. I'm sorry.
Do you remember the first time we met, Edward?
What has this got to do with this now? I need to go, Rita. I'm sorry about this.
Do you remember our first kiss when the rain was falling and you wanted us to go and play inside? You kissed me then and apologized that you didn't take my permission.
How? How do you know this?
Do you remember the last words you said to me when you left the captain's cabin? Baby, I'll be right back. Let me check something in the room. And then you left me only for you to hear a loud blast.
Ariel!
Yes, I am Ariel.